And just kind of speak to me. Don't worry about the camera. In fact, I might just slide over here a little bit. How did you get involved in this thing? Because I don't know.
Oh, sir, I got involved by a couple of the other cadets coming to me and asking, if I would be interested in road marching for the Doughboy.
Okay.
Specifically Kalinowski.
Okay. And then let me ask you this: why? I need to turn this just a little bit. Okay. Why? What was the impetus for you to do this? I mean, why get involved? Why go spend 44 miles and 3 days of your time to do this?
Why wouldn't I want to get involved, sir? It's a great cause. The Doughboy is a symbol that all of us here, that either used to go to school or are still going to school here now, all of us here, have honored the Doughboy from day one when we have to salute every time we walk by it. So, of course, anything to help out, to get it redone.
Yeah. And what year did you graduate here?
I graduated 121st Corps.
Okay. So that'd have been 2000?
2001.
2001. Okay. I couldn't remember. And how did you guys, I mean, marching 44 miles to Kansas City, I understand that part of it, but what did you guys hope to accomplish?
What we wanted, I think as a group, we wanted to accomplish was finishing.
Okay.
I mean, the first day was high spirits and all that, but I think day 2, day 3, it was all about finishing. We wanted to get it done. We wanted to make sure that for personal reasons, of course, and for the Doughboy, that we didn't wimp out.
Yeah, and I understand that you guys. Now keep in mind, they're not going to hear me. And I'm trying to ask questions like I know nothing about this. So, but I understand you guys were able to raise some money. And can you tell me a little bit? You guys actually ended up with around $3,000, plus there's more coming in every day. So you might mention that. But how did you raise that money? I mean, so pledges and stuff like that. So.
Sir, we made the money from pledges from teachers and any other officials that are at the school here, and we actually got a whole lot of money from alumni. As soon as they heard about what we were doing, they put down I don't know how much money. I guess up to, I think we ended up raising a little over $3,000, and it's still coming in, for the road marchers to finish.
Okay. And talk to me about day one.
Day one.
What time did you leave, and what was the challenge? I know you weren't feeling that great that day.
Day one was a challenge. We left at 04:30 from the Doughboy, or from where the Doughboy is supposed to be, and we knew within the first mile we were talking about how much it's going to suck. That was for some reason that was our motivation. It was like, wow, this is the worst thing I think I've ever done in my entire life. And of course I didn't help matters either. Mile 5 and mile 8 and mile 12 and mile 15. Every time we got to a big hill that we could see, a mile worth of going uphill, I decided to, blurt out, oh, well, that's just going to suck. We're never going to get to the top of that. and of course everybody laughed it off, but, it was my negativity that made us make it through the first day.
Okay, so the fact that you were negative kind of motivator for the other guys.
It was a motivator because of course they knew I was joking, about being so negative all the time, and I like to keep it real for everyone. I'm not going to try and pretend like my feet don't hurt, because well, they did, and everybody else's feet hurt. So why not crack jokes about it?
Yeah. And I noticed you guys, after 20 miles, when you saw the Buckner sign, you guys literally ran to the sign. Help me understand why.
Why we ran to the Buckner sign? Because we were tired of walking. We'd been walking for 19.8 miles. We figured that last .2 we might as well just haul butt. You know, we saw the sign and we just decided to go for it.
Okay. And then we won't talk about the second day because you weren't there. But the third day, when you guys knew you were within, I don't know, quarter mile of the hotel, how did that make you guys feel? Or maybe talk about just a couple hundred yards from the Liberty Memorial. I mean, how did that make you feel to know that you did accomplish the march and you were all together?
Well, on the third day, being so close, and we were making really good time on the third day, I'd have to admit, I mean, much better time than the first day. We could see the hotel, number one, from 2 miles out or so, and that just pumped everybody up, knowing that, hey, there's no way anyone's going to fall out of this road march, you know, with 2 miles to go. And it really pumped everybody up. Everybody started, then the last 30 minutes of the march seemed like the first 30 minutes of the march, because everybody's spirits were lifted. Everybody was, ready to pay tribute to the Doughboy, and we didn't want to waste any time doing it either. So we started picking up the pace and getting there, and it was really motivating doing that.
Okay, and when you finally reached your final destination, the Liberty Memorial, can you tell me about your feelings there?
Oh, finally reaching the Liberty Memorial, there was a sense of pride that just shot through all 5 of us. I mean, all of us, we couldn't believe that we did it. Couldn't believe it, and we really couldn't. We were just in awe, Plus, going up there and doing the ceremonies and whatnot. It was just it puts all 5 of us on cloud 9. It didn't matter how tired we were at that point. It didn't matter how bloody our feet were at that time, especially mine. They were really bloody. Didn't matter. None of that mattered. It was all cloud 9 from there.
Okay, and let's say we show this film to cadets in 20 years from now, or maybe your son comes to Wentworth, and this is a tradition now. Okay, so it's the 20th Road March. What would you say to a cadet that's thinking about doing the march? Maybe a challenge or something. What would you say to somebody that's thinking about doing it? And I guess basically what I'm looking for, Bob, is you guys did something incredible. 192nd Corps cadets. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the challenge that we did in the 124th or 123rd, whatever it was?
The thing I would say to all future marching 5s would be, of course, training is key for the road march. Everyone needs to know that all the marching 5s need to know that this is not something that anyone gets to do. There's a selection process. There's a whole lot of factors that go into that. So if you are picked for one of the marching 5, you better not fall out, because you are representing Wentworth. You are by far the best Wentworth has to offer if you are one of those 5. And the philosophy that I had I would rather die on the side of that road than fall out. There's no way I was falling out.
Okay, okay, good. Excellent.